Hi everybody, it is Chasey Poo, and today I'm doing a long-awaited review for Prosthesis Man. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I literally thought I had already made this video and posted it. Apparently I didn't, because when I messaged Prosthesis Man and I said, oh my god, you have this really cool product, I would love to review it, they're like, hey, how about you post the video for the Chris? And that's when I realized oh my good, I am so sorry. I really thought that I had done this review before. So I am here after having Chris for 2 years, I think, and I am finally here to review it for you. And I'm excited because Chris is a 3-in-1. There is the Chris Original and the Chris 2.0. The one that I have is the 2.0. So let me bring it up to the camera here and show you what it looks like. So this prosthetic is available in 5 colors. Yes, I've had it for a while, so it might have changed a little bit, but this is just the coloring that I have. I show you that. It looks very realistic. I don't like how pink the balls are and how pink the head is. If that's something that would really bother you, honestly, I would message the company and say like, hey, can you make sure it's not too pink if this is like the color that you like? Although this color is very light. This is like the lightest color that they offer. Here are a couple of features. This is a 3-in-1, which means that you can use it for packing, you can use it for peeing, and you can use it for sex. This has movable skin. Now you have to be very careful with the movable skin. I learned that the hard way. When I got the Honey, I believe, that was like the first prosthetic they ever sent me. I was so excited about the skin that I ripped it by accident. Whoops, because I was too excited. Now, the reason I told you that Chris comes in a Chris and Chris 2.0 is there is a little bit of a difference. Chris 2.0 is gonna have the movable skin here. So technically, Chris is more durable because you don't have like this other thing to worry about with the skin. However, if you are careful and not like me, and you are very gentle with the packer and you don't rip it and try to really move the foreskin, then it's durable and you're fine for the 2.0. So 2.0 just means that it has the movable foreskin. Now, let me kind of move it a little bit since I've had this for 2 years and it has been in a box. I've used it a couple of times, obviously, but it has been in a box. It is very cool to know that even after 2 years, it still has the moving skin. Now, I'm specifically saying that because there are some other companies out there where the skin stopped being movable. One is Peacock. One of their old versions, maybe like the 3, had movable skin, which like felt really cool, but then after a while, like solidified or something. I don't know what happened. It just like didn't move anymore. Also with another company, I can't remember their name, but they are from Italy. They have the big giant ones. All of the ones that I have are supposed to have movable skin. Can't move any of them anymore. So but it's very cool. After 2 years, this still does move. You just have to be careful, be gentle. They say that the silicone is stretchable 1.5 times. I don't 100% know what that means. So again, just be very careful. Because this is a review and I want to show you, I am going to stretch it. Like, that's too much. Do not stretch it that much. I feel like that is probably 1.5. Yeah, I wouldn't stretch it more than, oh my god, no, I'm scared. I'm scared because I did break the first one, but it is really cool to have movable skin. So first of all, let's start with packing. Let me show you what that looks like in some underwear. So as you can see, it does leave quite a good bulge. I really do enjoy this. The tab to me is just like way too big, but it's big on purpose. It's there so that you can choose how big you want it. I didn't realize that at first. I was like, this is way too big, but you can cut it to have no tab if you want, or to have a little bit of a tab. Now, what I would like is maybe like half of this tab, and you can use like an adhesive sheet to adhere it to your body in order for it to kind of just stick to you. They do have adhesive sheets that you can use. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have tried them before. I believe I reviewed the Daniel and I used their adhesive sheets. I didn't like the adhesive that they have. It's like a liquid that you put on and it's like a sheet, and it just didn't work well with my body. Again, the best adhesive sheet that I've ever used is from GenderCat. They have such good ones because you add it on and then you can just stick it and like stick it on your body, unstick it, stick it, unstick it, and it stays sticky for like a good 3 months of like everyday wear. I really like that. So for me, the adhesive from Prosthesis Man just doesn't work well. I'm gonna be fully honest, I did not try it with this prosthetic just because I know how my skin reacted to it with the Daniel, and it just didn't feel good, and it just didn't stick in the right places. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of packing though, using packing underwear, just putting it in some briefs does feel very good. You can also use an O-ring harness. They do sell some underwear on their website that you can use and can buy. I'm not a big fan of like underwear where there's just a hole and then the dick is out like that. I like underwear where there's like a pouch that you can put it in so that it squeezes it down, because the profile is a little bit erect a little bit, even though it is, you know, squishy and like does squish down. So the other cool thing is that this does have movable 3D testicles. So something that is to keep in mind. I will say though, they're very circular, and testicles I don't think are usually like this circular. Every other company that does movable testicles have like oval shapes, so I don't know. It's just circle. Kind of looks like, is it Gobstopper? Is that what that's called? Whoppers? Whatever, the chocolate you put in your mouth and you chew it, whatever. It's not vegan, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's talk about peeing. So the STP function, it already comes in it, so you don't have to like add a funnel or anything like that. The hole is right at the tip right there. I will tell you, using a new STP is always a trial and error. You always have to try it. Go naked in the bath or in the shower just so you can try to use it if you've never used an STP before, or even if you've used an STP before, just because every single STP is a little different. Now I'm gonna tell you, this STP does pee very well. And yeah, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I have experience with like over 50 STPs, so like I know where my urethra is now and I know how to work an STP and like really how to position it correctly. However, there are still times where I do pee on myself. I have not found this the issue with this packer. And I think the reason why is because this is narrow, but it's not too narrow. There are some out there that are way too narrow, like for example, the Model Sport from No. 1 Laboratory. That one is so narrow and it just like, it does not work for me. I cannot use it. I don't like it. This is a little bit less, and it's also a little bit more flexible, so you can move it and make it a little bit bigger. It does have the like no spill cup here, which I do really appreciate. It's not that big, but it does help. Now, in terms of sex, there are two inserts that they sent me that you can use with them. There's one that is just silicone. So once you put that in there, I will tell you, as I say in almost every single one of my like 3-in-1 or pack and play reviews, there is no perfect pack and play. There is no perfect 3-in-1. It's very hard. The ones that do come close are Peacock. They do come the closest to kind of like a perfect one. I will say that I'm actually very happy with this packer because it is not Peacock level in terms of like the experience that they have, but the packer packs really well. And then when you use the insert for sex, it doesn't like grow the prosthetic or anything like that. It just makes it harder to use, like harder for you to be able to use, not like hard in a bad way. Like it's stiffer. It makes it stiffer for you to use. But because there's this like indent here, which I was like, that's kind of ugly. No, because of that, when you put this in a harness, you actually don't really lose that much length. And this is not that bad of a size for sex. So I'm actually really impressed. And this is actually a really good 3-in-1. There are some things that I would change. Obviously, I would change the balls. The circular, I don't like that. I would change the color a little bit. But in all, like, it's actually really good. And for sex, it does feel good. The other insert that I have, and when you take it out, by the way, you got to be careful because it does move the skin when you kind of like, you try to put it out, put it in. So the other insert does have the classic rod here that almost every prosthetic company has. So you put that in there. And then with this, you can actually technically pack with it. I'm not a huge fan. Let me show you what it looks like in underwear. To me, it just looks too much like a boner. Maybe if I was wearing tighter pants, it would help, but it would still look a little bit hard. Maybe if you're like going out to the club one night and you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna get lucky tonight. Maybe I'll already wear this so I don't have to like think about it later on. Yeah, you could get away with that. Yeah, for sure. But as an everyday wear, I wouldn't do that. But for sex, you are able to kind of use it. The only issue is with these rods that I've found with every prosthetic that uses them is when you have sex and you move it, you can feel the clicking inside. You can't, oh, you can hear it. Okay, I was like, I can't hear it. Whatever, it's hard to hear, but you can hear it a little bit. But the worst thing is that you can feel it. So when it's penetrating you, you feel like click, 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 like a Barbie leg. Not really a fan of that. So I would recommend, if you are fine with this, cool, but I do prefer the silicone one much better, even if you can't really pack with it, because packing with it just makes it a little hard. Let me just show you what it looks like packing with the silicone one. All right, so let me tell you what the 5 major characteristics are of this prosthetic. And I'm looking down here because this is like directly from their website. The coloring details are very realistic. The oversized tab design so that you can cut it, you can do whatever you want with it. Rapid urinary catheterization system. The STP works well. 3D testicles and 3D skin and detachable rods over here. Now let me tell you the price of this. So this one with the skin and everything cost $388 US. That is 3,030 Hong Kong dollars. I'm so sorry, I don't know the name of the dollar that they use in Hong Kong, but it's HK 3,030, which the conversion did 388 USD for me. So that's how much it is. So yeah, it's pricey. Definitely a pricier option when you think about other prosthetics, but still, honestly, if you think of like Peacock, let's say Peacock's like a lowish 3-in-1 and like a high 3-in-1 would be like Real Magic, which is like $1,000 or $800, whatever, if you customize it. This is kind of in the middle there. So even though it's $388, pricey, honestly though, I feel bad that I didn't review this before because I'm telling you that this is a very, very good option as a 3-in-1. Anyways, I've taken up enough of your time. If you are interested in seeing more information about this, I actually have a full blog review where I have more pictures and more information, so I'll link that below. If you are also interested in seeing this being used in explicit and or educational ways, I will also link an OnlyFans and Fansly page below because I do have a lot of videos where I like show you different packing underwear and different ways to use it, and I actually use it as an STP and show you how to use it as an STP. I can only do that on Fansly though. OnlyFans doesn't let you do P stuff, which is weird. It's just an STP. Whatever. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you later. Have a great day. Bye.